Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a vlog. I won't film it in a day, so it's basically a reading vlog and bookshop tour plus just updating my bullet journal. I don't know, I just felt like it would be fun to just do my stuffs and record it and just hang out together. Yeah. You know how I have like a couple of things piled up, for example, updating my bullet journal, and I never get to it. I don't know, I get lazy or things happen, blah blah blah. So I thought, okay, if I do it and I film it, I'll do it nicely and I'll end up doing it. So yeah. So I'm currently reading Ruthless Vows, which is the second book of the Letters of Enchantment duology, the first book being Divine Rivals. It's by Rebecca Ross. And if you know me, you know already that I love Divine Rivals with my whole freaking heart. And I have really high expectation for the second book. I'm just 100 pages in. I started it last night. And so far, it's good. But it's pretty slow. And as I said, I'm just 100 pages in. So it's too soon to say anything in the first place. But I'm liking it. Yes. I'll keep on reading and update you how I feel without any spoilers because I hate spoilers and definitely I don't want to give you spoilers. You know, it's the weekend, it's Sunday, and I have my day off. So I thought, how about I go out and soak in some vitamin D and go to the bookstore. Now, if you've seen my last video, you already know that I have like 16, 17 books that are on my TBR, like physical TBR, not even the, you know, the one on my phone. So I should not be buying any books, but you know how it is when you go to the bookstore. Can you control yourself? Not really. So yeah, let's go. Let's see what I can find. I am not planning to buy anything. I will not. But yeah. But if I do find something which is really high on my physical TBR, then maybe I'll end up buying it. But let's see. So I'm going to Waterstones, which is the one which is near my place, and also I'm gonna go to the Works because sometimes you find books that are available in Waterstones but at cheaper prices in the Works. So that's a steal, isn't it? So let's go and have a bookstore. I'll also run some errands. I need to buy some fruits.
You say you wanna make it happen. You know what I want. Don't try to fight the heavens. Good girls aren't the one. I'm a flower and it bloom like a shower you with love. You can keep the keys to your dreams. Say the magic word, you know I'm all yours. This love is a
I was hoping we could take it slow. You the type of dime I'm really trying to get to know. If it's cool with you, maybe we can hit the show. I could take you places you ain't know you wanna go. Baby girl, slow it down before you catch a feeling. You don't notice where I've been, I have been a minute. I've been trying to take my time cause it's been a minute. Really all I'm looking for is Mrs. Independent. Yeah, I heard the good girls do it better. Love a little harder and it get a little wetter. Go and get good girl whenever we're together. Anytime she need it, I'ma bring a sweater for the weather. I'ma give you the world, now it's pushing it. I'ma give you my time, start booking it. Nowadays we turn away from all the ushy gushy shit. Everybody looking for love, but never look at it.
I want to go someday. I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna take you there.
Good girl, real high with the latitudes, and you're smart, turn around what the brains do. Independent and
Hi guys, so it's the next day. I just came to give you guys a little update. You saw that I went to the bookstore yesterday, and as I said, I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I ended up buying this. Yeah, I'm planning to read all Emily Henry books in the first place, so I thought that, you know what, let me just get it, and I'll probably read it next month. Let's see. I mean, this is so famous, like all of her other books, but I feel like many people prefer this book instead of her other books, you know, like Book Lovers or Happy Place. I've read Book Lovers and I loved it, but that's not a holy grail book for me. You know what I mean? But I loved it, don't get me wrong. Let's see if I can connect with this more. But there was this another book that really got my attention, and that was The Fake Mate. Wait, this is the book. Recently, I've seen so many people reading this book and really loving it. And I was just reading the blurb, which I don't usually do. I don't read blurbs. And I saw that the guy is a cardiologist, and that's a major turn on. And yeah, I thought I'm gonna get it, but then I came across Beach Read. So I thought, you know what, this is higher in my TBR, so I'll just go with this. But after coming home, I was actually talking about the other book, The Fake Mate, with one of my friends, and she has read it, and she said it's a werewolf romance. Okay, I'm very intrigued because Doctor's Werewolf, I've never read anything like that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be reading that. I don't know when though, let's see. Okay, now a little bit of update regarding my current read, which is Ruthless Vows. So I'm at 45% into the book, which is 176 pages. I read it last night and on the day as well, but I'm not loving the book. Oh god, it pains me even to say this out loud. I mean, it's a really good book so far. I just wanted something as good as Divine Rivals. The beginning was very slow, but then interesting things were happening. So I thought, okay, finally it's gonna pick up some speed. But it got slow again, and I'm gonna say it's still very slow. I mean, it's slow meaning the plot is slow. It's not like it's a slow burn or anything. I feel like nothing is happening, even though things are happening, but I don't know. And in Divine Rivals, I could connect to the plot and the characters a lot. Whatever the characters were feeling, whatever they were saying, whatever they were doing, I felt like I was in their place, living their moments. You know what I mean? But over here, I feel like I'm just reading the book. I don't know, it doesn't feel that deep. It seems very superficial, and I hate it because Divine Rivals was everything deep and more, and god, I was just submerged in that, to be honest. But this, I'm floating. I mean, it has 4 parts. I've read the first 2. I'll at least try to finish part 3 tonight, and let's see if it gets better, yeah? The book is very well written. It's still very magical. I mean, the author, Rebecca, she does something with her words, the way she writes, oh my god, but it's just not doing it for me. I don't know. And it's not like it's a right book, wrong time or anything like that. I don't think so. I don't know. Let's just see. Or maybe I just have my hopes and standards way too high after Divine Rival. So maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. But I still love them. Yeah. Anyways, let's read. I have finally finished reading this book. It took me over a week to finish it. I think I started, I don't know, 10 days back. But to be fair, in 75% in, I actually had to stop because I just couldn't read it anymore. And I started reading another book. And I finished that book, hoping that once I pick this up again, I'll like it. But no. I feel terrible for saying this, but this book was so boring. It was so long for no good reason because nothing happening. Over here, there's literally nothing. Seriously. I mean, yeah, things are happening, but as I said previously, nothing important. I don't know why, but I just couldn't connect to any of the characters in here. Even though the main characters are the exact same characters from the previous book, the first part, Divine Rivals, but no. It's like both the characters, they lost their touch. The things that they were saying didn't make sense. It just seemed like ink on paper. The plot was dragging and dragging. At one point, I was so frustrated, I actually considered DNFing this book. And to think that I was so excited to read this because I loved the first book so much, but this book, it was just so disappointing. I want to tell you guys why I didn't like this book. I'll actually mention the timeline to which you can skip so that you don't hear any spoilers, okay? Because I feel like I can't talk about this book without giving spoilers, especially because this is the second part of the duology. So if you have read Divine Rivals, you know that Roman and Iris, the main two characters, they were separated by the end of the first book. Iris goes back to her home with her brother, and Roman gets taken away by this god who's the bad god called Decker or Dacre. I'm not too sure how you pronounce his name. So in this book, we see that Roman has lost his memories, okay? And he's working for Dacre. How do I pronounce his name? Anyways, but he finds a way, obviously with the typewriter, to send letters to Iris, and so does Iris, you know? The letters are amazing. I mean, it's the best thing about this book. They are so heartwarming. The words that they use, they're just magical. You know, Roman doesn't have any memories, right? So how would you act when a stranger writes letters to you? I mean, are you gonna be so close to them right from the beginning? I mean, maybe you can, but I feel like the way it was written here, it didn't make sense to me. It was like he was longing for her and he was already in love. But if you think about it logically, it didn't make sense. Also, when he did regain his memory, it was just by a simple touch, like he just touched her and he suddenly got his memories back. We want to know the science behind it, please. I mean, at least make it descriptive in that scene so that we can feel how Roman is feeling per se. Now, regarding being descriptive, I feel like apart from this, everything else in the book is way too descriptive because so many pages, as I said, were really unnecessary. I feel whatever is written here, if we take out all the unnecessary monologues, this 400 something pages book could easily be a 200 pages book. I like it when things are unpredictable in books because it gives you this element of surprise and it just makes you feel in a certain way. But here, I could predict everything. Every freaking thing. And since this is a war situation and we have gods as well, so obviously as normal mortals, I would think, okay, the gods might be something really amazing. They have superpowers. They're just, you know, the super cool characters that you don't want to mess with. But the villain here, the Dacre guy, he's like having drinks with mortals. People are making fool of him, like literally. And he doesn't figure out anything. I just felt like this god had really ungodly attitude towards everybody. And I thought that there would be some sort of scene or some sort of connection between the rival gods, you know? Because they used to be husband and wife. No, nothing was there. This book, it drained my energy and I don't know. Some things were downright comical. For example, our main girl, Iris, she wanted to write some important information on the newspaper, okay? But obviously the newspaper, anybody can read it, so can the rival team. So she just assumed that the rival team people, they're not gonna flip the pages and not gonna read page number 3. So she wrote all the important information on page 3. What? But having said all that, something happened by the end of this book, and that was very sad. And I feel like in just one chapter, it's chapter 49, I believe, but still I'll double check and write it here. I feel like that chapter had the essence of the first book, the way it was written, and oh god, like it literally tugged on my heartstrings, and something really bad happened and I ended up tearing up. It really pains me to say this, but I have to give this book 2 stars. I can't give more than that. But just one scene or one chapter is not enough for me to rate this book higher. I can't forget about all the boring moments and the unsatisfactory plot line. So yeah. Anyways, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was, but I had fun not liking it because I was buddy reading with a friend and we suffered together. So that's good. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this vlog. It was a mixture of things, but yeah, I got to read a book and I bought a book and I did some work, meaning bullet journaling. So see you again in the next vlog. I have a really fun vlog coming up next week. I'm currently reading this book and I am about 40% in. So yeah, see you.